In 1054 AD, a star exploded, so bright it was visible in daylight for 23 days. So bright it cast shadows at night. We call it the Crab Nebula today. Astronomers in China recorded it. Astronomers in the Middle East recorded it. European astronomers were oddly silent. But in the American Southwest, carved into a cliff face in New Mexico, someone recorded it too. A crescent moon, a bright star. Carved with no telescope, no written language, no context we can fully read. And it lines up perfectly with the position of the 1054 supernova, exactly. Chaco Canyon in New Mexico was the cultural center of the Ancestral Puebloans around 1000 AD. A sophisticated civilization that built massive stone structures aligned with astronomical events. The sun daggers at Fajada Butte. Buildings aligned to solstice sunrise. A culture obsessed with the sky. These weren't casual stargazers. These were serious, systematic skywatchers. On the underside of a sandstone ledge near Penasco Blanco, there's a petroglyph. Carved into the rock, a crescent shape. Next to it, a handprint. And to the side, a starburst. In 1054 AD, the Crab Nebula supernova exploded in the constellation Taurus. At the time of the explosion, the moon was in its crescent phase, and the supernova appeared in the sky to the upper right of that crescent moon, which is exactly the arrangement shown in the Chaco Canyon petroglyph. The crescent is the moon, the starburst is the supernova. Recorded by someone who saw both at once. At the time, the supernova was brighter than every star in the sky except the moon. It would have been impossible to miss, impossible not to record if you recorded celestial events. And the Chacans recorded everything in stone. The supernova interpretation was first proposed by astronomers in the 1970s, and it was immediately controversial. Astronomers loved it. It fit the date, the position, the brightness. Archaeologists were more cautious. We can't be certain what the carving represents without more context. The crescent and star combination appears in other ancestral Puebloan carvings not associated with supernovae. The handprint next to it is also unexplained. Is it a signature? A ritual mark? A scale? And we don't have any ancestral Puebloan written language to cross-reference. So we're interpreting the carving without being able to ask the carvers what it meant. But here's what makes the supernova interpretation compelling enough to take seriously. The positional match isn't approximate, it's precise. The crescent orientation in the carving matches the moon's orientation at the specific date of the supernova. Not just the moon's phase, but its rotation as it would have appeared from New Mexico on that night. The carving was also made under a ledge which would protect it from weathering over centuries, suggesting whoever made it wanted it to last. Most archaeologists today consider the supernova interpretation plausible, if unconfirmed, which in academic terms is pretty strong endorsement for a theory built on a single ancient rock carving. It's the ancient astronomy equivalent of catching lightning in a bottle. If the interpretation is correct, this petroglyph is one of the most remarkable objects in all of American history. A direct visual record of an astronomical event, made by an observer who had no telescope, no mathematical framework, no scientific tradition in the sense we use the word, just eyes, attention, and stone tools, and a desire to mark that something extraordinary had happened in the sky. The Crab Nebula today is one of the most studied objects in astronomy. Radio telescopes, X-ray satellites, constant observation. And the first human to record its birth may have been standing on a canyon rim in New Mexico, carving what they saw into stone so it would outlast them. It did, by almost exactly 1,000 years. The star is still expanding. The carving is still there. The person who made it is forgotten. A star exploded in 1054. Someone in New Mexico saw it, carved it into rock. A record that lasted 1,000 years. Found only when modern astronomy gave us a reason to look. If you want more moments where ancient and modern meet in ways nobody expected, subscribe. Next week, we look at ancient Egyptian carvings that appear to show light bulbs.